Hey y'all, it's Maria. And today I'm so excited to be starting back off. Hey guys, it's Maria, and today we are going to pick up where we left off from chapter 1. And I'm so excited for us to get to figure out what happens next in chapter 1. So let's just go ahead and dive in. On page 6, it says, Fijo turned to see his wife with big squirrel tears welling up in her eyes. Sulcy is probably hiding under a big limb, safe as can be. Any second now, she'll come running in and telling us about the storm. Even as Fijo was comforting Chicho, he was afraid. He knew if there was any way Sulcy could, she would have been the first of the 3 baby squirrels to come home. He motioned for brother and sister to come closer for a family hug. As the storm began to pass, Fijo began to give directions. Mother, we stay here in case she comes back. I will look on the ground. Owie and Vervy search the tree. The signal for anyone who finds Sulcy is 4 loud cucks. Chicho objected. I don't want to just sit here and wait. Owie asked, why can't we help search on the ground? Fijo, being the proud father, stood up on his hind legs, and with a firm voice said, Mother, you stay home. Son, you search the north side of the tree. Daughter, you search the south side of the tree. Let's go. There's no time to waste. We must find Sulcy. As Fijo, Vervy, and Owie left the tree hollow to search for Sulcy, big squirrel tears filled Chicho's eyes. Then she cucked out to her daughter in hopes the young squirrel would hear her voice. Fijo ran down the trunk. Then he made a circle around the base of the tree. He extended his search, going around the tree a second time. He stood up on his hind legs, looking on the ground under the massive red oak tree limbs. He spotted something that looked strange, about 20 feet past the tree's roots. He looked up and listened for his son or daughter to cuck. When he didn't hear anything, he went to investigate. As he approached, it became clear what was lying underneath the broken limb. He wanted to believe she was lying there to catch her breath, but as Fijo moved closer, he saw blood on the leaves by her head. He touched her still body, then his paws began to tremble. He softly called his daughter's name, but Sulcy did not respond. He gently moved her head from where it lay in rainwater to look at her face. He saw the wound on her head behind her left ear. When his lips touched her cheek, he heard shallow breathing. Fijo's mind raced with hope, then worry. How bad was she hurt? Should he pick her up and carry her home? No. He must call for help. He must call her mother, sister, and her brother. Fijo began to bark the signal that would alert his family. 1 cuck, urgent and loud. 2 cucks, hopeful and strong. 3 cucks, desperate and determined. 4 cucks, full of love, to bring the family to Sulcy's side. Grampy Jack, a swamp rabbit, heard the squirrels barking in the distance. He knew it was none of his business, but there was something in that last cuck he could not ignore. He raced up the rabbit trail, his cane barely touching the earth, as quick as he could. When Chicho saw her baby lying on the ground, she began to cry, my baby, my Sulcy. Chicho fainted, falling to the ground as Vervy and Owie stood silently staring at their mother and sister. Fijo looked down at his daughter, then his wife, slowly shaking his head from side to side as tears fell to the ground. Grampy Jack knew he would have to do something fast or the baby squirrel wouldn't live. He scooted around Vervy to get a little closer. He put his paw over the wound, pressing down to stop the bleeding. With 1 paw on Sulcy, Grampy Jack shook Fijo with the other, telling him, Squirrel, you gotta get back to reality. Your baby is hurt and your wife fainted. They need your help. As Fijo began to understand what Grampy Jack was saying, he answered, Yes, you're right. I'm back. I'm okay. Grampy Jack placed Fijo's paw on the wound. Then he moved Chicho closer to Sulcy, telling Fijo, "Gather around your wife and daughter, keep them safe and warm until I get back." Only a few minutes passed before Grampy Jack was back with a whole clan of swamp rabbits. The biggest and strongest of the lot was his grandson, Eater. All the rabbits in the swamp called him Big Eater. But when he was a young rabbit, everyone called him Cottontail, for his tail was white as snow. Fijo was mumbling, making no sense. Grampy Jack jumped toward him, slapping his big feet on the ground. "Listen up, Squirrel. There's foxes, wolves, and coyotes that could be here any minute. If that happens, we're going to have one heck of a fight on our hands. Right now, you need to pay attention, because I've got a plan." And there's that picture of all the rabbits coming to help Sulcy. And that's going to be all today that we read. If y'all would like to hear more from chapter 1, then come back and see our next video. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, the bell, so you never miss when we post videos. And we thank y'all for joining us and following us along on the book. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.